Hi everybody, how are you today? We're going to start a new week, so first thing I need to do is to go down and find the weekly string and see what that looks like. We're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. String 46. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Let me draw that. Oh, bother. I was gonna go get a new pen. I didn't get a new pen. Ugh. I decided this Micron was running out of ink, which is why I was having issues with it. Oh well. Yeah, it's definitely running out of ink. I need a new pen. Okay, there's my not square square. And the string looks like that. Yeah, see, my pen is just running out of ink. Okay, this pen has got to go. And that's going that way, so I don't use it again. Is that one black? How's this one? Oh, much better. Okay, I think I just pulled out an old one on accident. All right, that's better. See, that makes an actual line instead of a sort of funky thing. Okay, so that is this week's string number 46. Okay, string number 46. I'll set that aside so I can see it on my tile. Grab me a fresh tile. Draw it out in pencil. Just gently. I may not use it. You never know. Kind of depends on what the pattern looks like. And I did go to look as to what the patterns were yesterday, but they hadn't been posted yet and I didn't have a chance to go back, so I have no idea what patterns are coming except for today's. I didn't look at the actual pattern, but I saw as I scroll down here to pattern focus, I noticed that today's pattern is by Carlo Canos. Every time we've done one from him, all the names have been in Spanish. And see, that's today's Arrullo. I know, because it's just me. My Spanish is abysmal. And I have no idea how to say that word or what it means. So what I did, I was smart this time, is I actually looked it up. And it is translated as lullaby or coo, like cooing of a dove. And it's pronounced like this. Arrullo. Arrullo. Not something I can say, but look what technology does for us. We can do this, right? So I'm going to click on that and we're going to see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. I think I've done this one before. I don't remember, but it seems familiar. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a grid pattern. So start with your basic square grid, right? Oops. Things attached. Start with your basic square grid. Yeah, I know we've done this one. And then you're going to do these two lines swooping like that, 1, 2. And then turn your tile, 1, 2. Turn your tile, 1, 2. Turn your tile, 1, 2. Okay? And then you can fill in this right there, and then put stripies going here, and then do stripies going the other way, kind of like you do shattuck, this way, so that it ends up like that. Or if you don't do the stripes and you do something else with your filling in, this one has what? I missed a step. Oh, yeah, step 3. I thought that was weird that it all of a sudden went from there to filled in. Okay, so step 3, after you do this thing, step 3 is you can fill it in and then do this. I knew I was missing something. So then this is the final product, or you can do other things with it. I really like this. So what I think I'm going to do, when I get to step 3, I'm not going to fill this in, and then I'll think about how I want to embellish the tile. I may end up with something, I may end up with exactly this, or I may end up with something like this, or I may end up with something completely different and unexpected. So you know, always keep yourself open to those possibilities. I'm a little congested this morning. I don't know. Must be allergies. 'Tis the season. Let's see. I'm thinking let me think here for just a moment as to how I want to incorporate this tile into here. I'm actually thinking, instead of a circle here, I'm going to use the same sort of design element. I want it in here like that. That's going to give a similar idea to the string, but it's not going to have that round bit. No, don't want to do that. I want the round in there. Okay, let's try that again. Let's draw my string. And could I do this thought process before I start? Absolutely, I could. I could do this thought process before I start. But then, you know, you guys wouldn't know. It's okay to have a little bit of a, I don't want to say struggle, because I'm not worrying about this. I'm not struggling per se, but I am taking some time to plan, and that's okay. You guys need to know that's okay. So I'm going to do like that. I'm going to do this. I do that and that. And I'm going to put the pattern using a circle here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that and that. And that and that. Just doing it just that would be there, but you don't see it. And that, and that. Like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right, have a thought in my head now. Oh, and I'm also going to want to draw out my grid. I want it here. Here. And I want it kind of big. Like that. A little bit too big. It needs to be more square. Okay, this one's good. That one's square-ish. This one's too big. It's big, but it needs to be not quite that big. Okay, and then here. Okay, that's better. All right, now to draw my grid. And it's all right to plan these things out, you know, because we're doing pattern-based art. We're not doing Zentangle per se. At least I'm not. I don't know what you guys are doing, and absolutely this could be a Zentangle pattern, but I'm not doing Zentangle. So, oh, I need to turn on my light. I knew something wasn't quite right. Didn't turn on my light. Oh, look, I can see. Okay, get myself settled here. I didn't start out in the right position either. Okay, so now I can draw. Going to do my here we go. Let's get this grid inserted in here, and then I'll feel better about the whole shape thing. Trying to decide if I want a solid line. I think I do, just for the circular part though. Like that. All right, that's good. And then that one's gonna go there. This one's gonna go here. And that. And this. And that. Okay. So now I want to erase this. And then on this piece, I want that, and I want that, like that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. I need to change the settings on my phone so it doesn't keep going black on me, so I can see what I'm doing. So where is that? Sorry, takes me a minute. Sorry. Let's see. It's under display. It's under timeout. Let's make it there. Let's make it a little bit longer. Okay. Back to where I was. Perfect. Okay, now I can see, and it'll stay on a little bit longer so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's start here and go this way. I got a little skinny with that, but that's okay. We'll just do them all skinny. Just like that. I like that. Okay, so then it will be here, right? And here. I feel like my camera's a little off. One of these years, I'm going to have my studio, and then I can have my camera mounted in the same place all the time. And when I come back from a day off, it will still be in the same place instead of having to fiddle with it all the time. Okay. That looks good. I like that. So far, so good. I really like this line, this sweeping line right there. And you know what? I think I'm going to emphasize that in this tile. I'm actually going to do this. I really like that line. It's standing out to me. That's better. Yeah, I really like that. I know that's not in the pattern, but it's just what really stood out in my mind. I just saw that really clearly. This one here is going to go like this. Yep. Okay, so now step 3. is to follow this kind of curve, this curve from the middle out to there. So we want to kind of something like that. Turn the tile, something like that. Turn the tile, comes out there, comes out there. That way, that way. You won't see much of that. You won't see much of that. That one you see most of. This one, kind of go off the edge there. And this one. And that way. And that way. And that way. And that way. Okay. I think I'm actually going to color in this bit. See, you don't have to follow exactly the pattern. That's basically it. I've drawn the pattern, and now I can embellish it the way I want it. I don't have to put in the lines if I don't want to. I don't have to color that part. I can color this part. It just depends on how you feel and what that tile is speaking to you. Today I'm drawing this tile and dedicating this tile to a young lady who lost her life over the weekend in an automobile accident. She's only 22 years old. She's the granddaughter of one of our former church members who reached out to us for prayer and comfort and support during this time. Young lady's name was Miranda. And she used to attend our church. She and her parents attended back in the day. I used to watch her in the nursery when we had Friday evening service. I would sit back there with my son and with Miranda. At the time my son was like 5 and Miranda was 2 or 3, and she just had heart surgery. Poor little thing. And she was so little. But she was such a sweetheart. And then she was about, I don't know, I want to say she was about 6 or 7 when her family left our church because we discontinued having Friday evening services, and they were not able to attend on Sunday morning, so they left. So I haven't seen her in a really long time, and I was just really sad to hear that she'd passed away. Yeah. So anyway, I'm dedicating this tile to her. So this will be Miranda's tile. So I'm just stopping a moment to listen to what I feel like Miranda wants on this tile. I am going to go ahead and put these stripes. That feels right. But I think I'm going to start them from the middle. Instead of doing stripes instead of doing stripes like this, just aura, I'm going to actually start them in the middle and do a round like that, if that makes some sense. I feel like they need to be, yeah, they just do. They need to go from here and come out like that. Yeah, that's what it needs. So I'm on this side of the curve. So I guess lullaby is very appropriate, isn't it? As a name for this tangle that I'm working on in dedication to that young woman. Because, you know, as I worked with her in the nursery, lullaby is totally appropriate. You know, we would sing together, we would play. So this is appropriate. You know, there are no coincidences. I truly believe that. And I believe that this particular pattern was designed to help me in my grieving process. You know, even though I haven't seen her in all that long time, doesn't mean that you don't grieve. I'm not going to grieve as hard or as deep as her grandma is, but I grieve for her grandma, and I grieve for her family. I knew her parents, her two older brothers, her aunt with cerebral palsy. So yeah, you know, I won't miss her in my everyday life because, you know, she hasn't been in my everyday life for a very long time, but doesn't mean I can't grieve for her and for her family. So I dedicate this tile to her. And perhaps, since I haven't drawn on the back of this one yet, because usually I draw both sides, but I think I will put this one in my sympathy card to the family, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Since this isn't just a practice tile, I am being a little bit more careful with it. I do that when I'm going to be giving tile as a gift. I'm a little bit more I draw a little slower. And I'm a little more cautious with my errant lines. Yeah, I like that. Okay. This needs to go all the way over here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to draw that line or not, but now I do. Okay. Just giving it a moment to settle and to decide what it wants. It wants a triangle in here. I think the triangle's going to end up having to be dark, but we'll see. Let me draw them first. Yeah, I think they want to be dark. Okay. Yep, I like that. It's also calling for some color. Just a little bit, but it seems to be calling for color. So color it will get. Okay, now let me fill in those with dark. Switch over to my bigger. You know, I don't think I want that brush tip. Hang on a moment. I'm just going to make a bigger. I'm just going to use an 02 micron instead of the 01 and just use that to fill in. For some reason, it's telling me it doesn't want the brush tip. I don't know why. Usually I want the brush tip, but I had this strong urge to put it back down, which is weird. But you know, I learned to follow my instincts and my gut. Maybe the brush was going to make it. Sometimes I do get a little carried away with the brush and I get too thick over here in the corners, and maybe that's what it is. I really needed it to be a little more fine, but I could go a little bit thicker. Maybe so. Not filling in as well as I'd like. Well, you can't probably see it, but I can. I love this new light. I can really see very well. Okay, oh, one more section. Sorry, I'm kind of quiet. It's just what it is. All my prayers for the family are going into this tile, and I can't pray while I'm talking, so You guys can watch me draw. But for a little bit, I'm probably going to be quiet off and on. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me look at it. Stand back, think about it just a moment. Yeah, it wants some yellow and maybe some pink. Let's see, which yellow does it want? I'm going to do more than one. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to give it some of this. And a little bit of yellow orange. Those three colors are going in there. I need to sharpen that one just a tad. There we go, that's better. Okay, I'm going to start with this light yellow. You know what? It's got some pencil in there I don't want. Hang on a second. I gotta get rid of that pencil because the yellow is smearing that pencil. And I don't want shading in there just yet. So let me get rid of that. Okay. Let's try again. That's better. Color I'm using right now is a Prismacolor Premier pencil. It's called Cream. Actually, I think I want it in there too. Alright, I'll start with that. Next, I'm going to do the next deeper yellow. I actually want This is opposite what I had originally thought, but this is the direction it wants to go. I was thinking to put the darker color in the middle, but it totally told me to do it the other way. So I'm listening. This is going to be one of those long videos, so, you know, if you want to fast forward, it won't hurt my feelings. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that. Like that. Okay, and then that one was just yellow, was canary yellow. And then this one is yellow orange. Oop, don't drop it. Just a little bit around the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to come back with that lightest color and blend it all together. Yeah, that's good. And I'm just listening to my instincts as to what I think Miranda would have enjoyed. Like I said, I don't know the grown-up Miranda. I don't know how she's changed, how she grew. I don't know her that well, but I know that God knows her. And I'm going to trust that He's going to lead me to make the right color choices here for her. There we go. I like that. That's really pretty. Now it needs pink. But it needs this little bit of yellow as a base under the pink, the cream color. Not very much, and I may not even see it again. Yeah, my watch is telling me I have to get up and move because I've been sitting here too long, but sometimes you just have to draw. Okay. Just a little bit of pink. This one and this one. Oh, I'm gonna have to pause. Okay, hang on a second. I have to pause because YouTube doesn't let me do a video longer than an hour. So just one moment. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to stitch these two together and make a completed video here. I understand that YouTube is getting rid of the video editor. So that's not good. That means I have to do something on my computer. I need to find a video editor that I like, that's not too expensive, that works. I tried using Movie Maker and that didn't work for me, so it wants a darker pink. This one, Carmine Red. Just right there. Okay, and then back to the lightest pink. And believe it or not, I think I want that cream again. Creamy color right on top. I think I pulled out a different one. This one is light peach. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. All right, I like that. Now the question is, am I done? That I don't know. I'm thinking, sorry, while I'm thinking, I'm putting away my pencils. Okay, I'm done with color. Color is saying it's finished. Just gonna do a little shading. A little graphite around the edge. Right here. A little bit right here. Okay. Needs a little right there. Need the bigger stump. It's finished. I like it. It's telling me it's done. I need to sign it. And I'm not going to write on the front the name of the pattern because I'm going to gift it. I will turn it over and write a message on the back explaining this pattern and the name and the significance and why I drew it, but that'll be a private note for the family. So yeah, there we go. There's Arrullo, lullaby, little tile for little Miranda, whose life was cut way too short. All right, well, that's been an emotional day. I'm going to take some time and I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day, okay? Bye.